everyone, welcome back. Well, as you can see, I am back in my house and it was just a short little mini trip. That's what I call them, little mini vacations, but we enjoy them anyways. It's so nice and relaxing to get out of the normal chaos of your week. But like I was saying, when you go on trips like this, you have to plan. You have to plan for things like that. Well, today is my day 21. And yes, I did have my stuff planned, but of course, when you go on vacations or you have weekends, you tend to get out of your rut a little bit. I don't want to say rut. You get out of your routine a little bit. And I would definitely say I got out of my routine just a little bit today, but that's okay. I was still on track as far as with my calories. We'll talk about that a little bit because it's important to know that you didn't mess up. You didn't fall off the wagon. You didn't, you just had to adjust for your lifestyle. Because remember, this is all about a lifestyle change. It's not about just going on a diet, because it's not a diet. And I don't feel like it's a diet. I just feel like I am changing my lifestyle. I am changing the way my habits are of eating. So that's what's so important. So when we woke up this morning, of course, we were at camp and, Sunday morning. So we needed to get ready to pack up and everything. Sometimes I bring cereal with us to have, a quick breakfast. But this morning I had 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. Okay. We actually bring a little single burner with us. So it's real easy. I just, fried up 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. And I've told you how I make the grilled cheese sandwiches. I use my thin wheat bread and I use the butter flavored Pam instead of using butter. So I use the butter flavored Pam and I actually spray that on my bread and then put it in my pan. And I use Kraft American single cheese because of course it melts really good for grilled cheese. So I had 2 of those and that was my 300 calories for my 9 o'clock. Okay, so that was 9 o'clock. I was doing good. Okay, started off the day great. Here's day 21. I'm 3 weeks into my meal plan and I got my 9 o'clock in. Well, what happens then? Well, for the next couple of hours, of course, we are packing up. So, you got to put down the air mattresses, you got to fold the blankets, you got to put everything away, and then eventually fold the tent up and make sure the tent's put away and everything and fit everything into the car. My husband does a really good job with that. I am very thankful. But it takes time to do that kind of stuff. So there was a couple of hours. So we're getting ready to leave. Now I did have my little cooler and I had put, I told my husband, before we pack the big cooler, I need to take some food out of there because I need to make sure I've got some stuff because, we were 3 hours away from home. So I knew somewhere in there it was going to be time for me to eat. So, and I didn't know how I was going to feel. So I made sure that I had my little cooler and I put some snacks and, things in there. I think I had a yogurt and, I had a couple of other things in there. And we started on our way. Well, I didn't have to walk uphill to go to the bathroom this time. I actually got to drive. So we drove up. That was our first pit stop. Well, of course, go into the bathroom, come back out, and sure enough, quack, 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 quack. Well, it's 11 o'clock. So here we were, sitting there and I'm like, I got to eat something because, it was already been 2 hours. We have a 3-hour drive home. So I knew it was going to take a little bit of time before we got home, before we were going to, actually have a meal. So I went ahead and reached into my little bag and I was like, well, what am I going to eat? I didn't want to eat anything that was going to be too messy in the car. because we were in the new car, so I didn't want to make a mess. So I wanted something that I could eat really quick. So I just had a couple of the Milano cookies. I've got the little packs and they're like 160 calories. So I had that. That at least gave me a little bit of sugar rush. It gave me something to, kind of tide me over. So then we're starting on our way home and, we're talking about, well, what are we going to do? Well, we were thinking about maybe going out for a bigger meal whenever we got home. And I was like, okay, well, if we're going to do that, I can manage this. I didn't eat all of that 11 o'clock calories, and then it's going to be 1, and then 3 o'clock before we get unloaded and everything and we get to eat. So I've got a couple of my mini meals there. If I don't eat for those mini meals, then I would have enough for calories to be able to eat something a little bit bigger when I got somewhere. So we were talking about, different restaurants we could go to. And we had talked about maybe going to Olive Garden. And I was in my mind, okay, what can I eat? If I get this one meal and I have a little bit of this, I have a little bit of this, then I can have all this left over and I can eat it tomorrow and da-da-da-da-da. So that was something that we thought about. But then the more and more we're traveling, we're like, here, it's going to be 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, by the time we get to Olive Garden, and you have to wait and, all that kind of stuff. It was just going to be for a very long day. And my husband wanted to go back to Sam's to go and pick up some more snacks for himself. So we ended up deciding, okay, well, we're going to order pizza. And, I ate pizza. We had it a couple weeks ago, and I had told him before we even left to go camping that I wanted to have pizza this week because I'd just been craving it again. So we were, okay, we're going to have pizza. We knew that. Well, as we were coming home, we take the back roads because, we're in the new car and got the windows down and everything. And so we take the back roads because I just like driving the back roads. Well, we were coming through the other side of Somerville, and I was like, oh, well, I know that there's that good ice cream place there. I'm like, how about if we stop and get ice cream? And my husband's like, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Well, we hadn't eaten anything, so that worked out okay. I knew I was going to be having the pizza later on. I had only eaten 160 calories from the 11 o'clock. Here it was almost 3 o'clock. So I literally had my whole 1 o'clock. I had my 3 o'clock, plus I had the little bit from the 11 o'clock. So, we stopped, and it's the soft serve ice cream. So I got a swirl soft serve ice cream cone, not a sundae or anything, just a swirl ice cream cone. So, and I felt pretty good about that. I hadn't had ice cream since I started 3 weeks ago. And so that was a nice sweet treat, and also gives me a little bit extra dairy because I don't get to have a lot of dairy because, milk is a lot of calories. So, I know I eat cheese, but I, don't have like a glass of milk or anything like that. So I felt pretty good about that, and gave me another little sugar hype. Okay. So as of this time, all I'd had was 2 grilled cheese sandwiches, my cookies, and ice cream. Such a nutritious day, right? But I'm still on track to stay within my calorie limit of 1,800 calories. So then we go to Sam's, and on the way back, we pick up the pizza. And when we got home, we had pizza. So by the time we got home, it was 7 o'clock. Well, okay, I hadn't had my 5 o'clock meal or my 7 o'clock meal. So bam, I got to eat 2 pieces of pizza because I had one for my 5 o'clock meal and one for my 7 o'clock meal. So this is what I'm saying is you can adjust, but still be able to stay within your calorie. Now, I'm not saying that this is what I'm going to do every day because my goal is to make my body know that it's going to be getting food every 2 hours. So I'm still going to switch back tomorrow to having my 300 calories every 2 hours. Okay, so tomorrow I'm back on my regular routine. I go back to work tomorrow, back on my regular routine. It's just today, because we were traveling and, we had that little mini vacation and stuff, I had to adjust my lifestyle to accommodate for the day. But that doesn't mean that I blew anything. I didn't blow nothing. I feel good. I got to eat pizza today. I got to eat ice cream today. I felt pretty good. My pizza did have meat on it, so I did get some protein in there. I know I didn't get a whole lot of protein today, but I did get the protein in there today. So that makes me feel really good. Once again, I know it doesn't have a whole lot of vegetables and stuff, but I'm just not a big vegetable person. Now, we did buy some broccoli today when we went to the store. I'll probably make some broccoli with one of our meals this week. We'll probably have steak one night, and I'll make broccoli. And then once I cook that, I will probably make like a broccoli cheese casserole, or maybe a broccoli soup or something. And then I can have some of that as one of my mini meals too. So we did get that. We got a spinach and artichoke dip, so I can have a little bit of that. We tried to have a few different things. It is hard. It is hard to make sure that we've got our food for the week, but we also want to have some different things to eat too. We did get string cheese, the fun string cheese. So we did get that today. We got some more of the Baby Babble cheeses because I've been eating them and he likes them. So we've got that. I've still got a lot of my wheat thins. So those will go along with my cheese or with that dip. I got more cashews today, made sure, my husband was like, hey, why don't you get you a thing of the unsalted and I'll get the thing of the salted. So that's what we did. I have a whole container of cashews, so that way I can dip out my cashews, and making sure that I have my right amount, because that one is a nice little snack. The cashews, which, has some protein in it, and then having the Baby Babble cheese and the wheat thins. That's a nice little snack. I like that mini meal. That one just, I don't know. I guess it's because I was telling you about when you eat the cashews, you just eat them one at a time. You're not going like this. So it tends to last a little bit longer. So, but other than that, I still have a couple of slices of pizza left, which is great because I can have them this week. I put them in the fridge already. They're in a Ziploc baggie, so I've got that to be able to eat. I still have salad stuff left, so that's exciting. I'll be able to have salads, little salads for one of my mini meals. So I've got some different options this week. And then, of course, I still have more of those wraps. So I'll probably be having some of those this week also. I really enjoyed having that chicken Parmesan wrap that I had made. What was that, on Friday, I think. So I'll probably have that once or twice this week also. So, but otherwise, I did get some freeze pops for myself. And these are freeze pops that are made with fruit puree and fruit juice. So I'm excited about those. I put them in the freezer today. They only have like 10 or 20 calories in one, or might have been 25 calories in one. But that'll be exciting because when it's cold out, that'll be something nice that I can, have. It won't be ice cream, but it would be something kind of fruity. So I can't wait to taste them and see what they're going to be like. We'll see. They're a little bit more expensive than the regular freeze pops, but hey, there's some frozen fruit in there. So I can always make some, I guess, eventually. But once again, we're trying to go for convenience. So we'll just take it as it goes. But, well, tomorrow is Monday. I'm back on my regular routine, and I'm hoping that maybe you are getting ready to start your day one. And if you are getting ready to start your day one, I'd love to hear about it. I'd love to hear about your journey too, as I have been going through my journey. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so that way you can always get the newest videos in case I forget to post them elsewhere, which I have been doing. I'm trying, but sometimes I do forget. You know, this mind isn't all there all the time. So, but I will say goodbye for now, and I'll talk to you later.